Welcome to your daily reading, folks. I am using the Light Seers Tarot this morning, and I've laid your cards out in a Celtic cross. I must be speaking to someone pretty cool right now because it's the King of Swords in the upright position. Someone who thinks carefully before they say something. Someone who possibly knows when not to say anything at all. Someone who keeps their own counsel, who follows their own advice, who is very principled, who knows when to think but also when to take action, because the king of swords is air first and fire second. All the kings are fire second, but they're elements first. You're someone who's pretty cool, especially when I see what's going on in your past. You've got the Hierophant. Now, let's talk about what's crossing you. So this is pointing back to your past. This is the Five of Wands. It kind of points to me that you're possibly a little bit conflicted about this particular pathway you've taken. You, with the King of Swords, have chosen the path that's less traveled. And let's just be honest, that's not an easy path. There we go. That's what it came out in. That's not an easy path to take. And it may be that you are, just by being you, just by existing and by doing the right thing, that there are people who resist you and even fight you on your principles. And I want you to know that you're doing the right thing in spite of people fighting you. You shouldn't let that get you down. You are doing the right thing. You are following, I see, your ancestors, your guides, the universe, source, your higher power, whoever it may be. You are following a spiritual guidance that's going to lead you on to bigger and better things in the future. Here with the Three of Pentacles, I see you as being a very hardworking person, and also in your environment position, you've got the Eight of Pentacles. You are a very hardworking person. You are willing to put in the elbow work, or put your elbow in, or put in the blood, sweat, and tears in order to make something happen. And you're also willing to collaborate, not just work by yourself. I think you're doing pretty awesome as the King of Swords. And I say the King of Swords, I could be speaking to a masculine individual, or I could be speaking to a feminine individual, or anywhere on the gender spectrum. It doesn't matter. Gender is not so much, or tarot doesn't have so much about gender. It's about archetypes. The King of Swords tells me that you are in charge of your intellect, in charge of what you say, and it's possible that you are working on having your mind become a servant to you and not the other way around. It's possible that I'm speaking to an air sign such as a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, and there might be some hard work that you have to do to bring your mind underneath you, instead of you being a slave to your mind and allowing it to zip here and zip there. And I'm speaking from experience, okay? I'm a Gemini in my sun sign, my Mercury, and in my Chiron. So I've got Gemini all over my birth chart. I understand what it's like to try to bring your intellect, to try to bring your mind under your control and not be a slave to it. So mad respect to you, especially because in your conscious position above the King of Swords, I see that you are going through a tower moment right now, or you are going through the consequences of the aftermath of a tower moment. Something needed to come down because subconsciously you are transitioning into a new era. You're not finished, kind of like this would suggest, but you are walking through this particular hoop, which signifies the end of one era and the beginning of a new one. In fact, these two cards are about endings. But the Tower says while one era got completely destroyed down to its foundations and now you're starting from scratch, this tells me that you are starting from a good place. Luck is on your side, and I'll talk to you about that in just a second. Something I wanted to point out is that I'm seeing quite a few I'm seeing 3 sets of 5s. 5 times 3 is going to be 15, and that signifies the Devil card. Now, the Devil is not literally the devil, but it does talk to us about what keeps us It talks to us about what keeps us in chains, such as our addictions, such as our addiction to overthinking something, to over-intellectualizing stuff, or even our addiction to talking too much, to fill silence, because sometimes it's a weakness for air signs to want to fill silence and not just sit with the silence. I'm not saying that that's your problem. I'm just saying that there might be something to do with your mind and your addictions to being in your mind that you might need to break, some habits that you might need to break. This is a good time to ask, are there any proverbial thorns in your side that you need to work through in order to become a better, higher quality person? I already see that you work super hard, that you chose to follow the universe, your guides, your ancestors, and you're choosing to be this King of Swords, even in the midst of all this indecisiveness or conflict within yourself. Something that air signs are really good at doing is looking at a variety of perspectives. And sometimes there's the idea that you're looking at too many different perspectives when it comes to picking the very best path for you, especially while you're going through the consequences of this tower moment. This might be a good time to simplify and to avoid overthinking, or even this is about action, so possibly compensating with some behavior to make up for a lack in some other department. That might be something that you've always struggled with. And this is your time now, as the King of Swords in the upright position, to take control of your mind and not allow it to take control of you and what it is that you do. Okay? You can absolutely do this. You are a very strong person. I can see that much. You work hard in the physical realm, and you work hard in the spiritual realm too. You are somebody to be admired, okay? And the fact that you're even going through this tower moment to begin with, and all your cards are upright, except when it comes to your inner conflict, you seem like a really cool person, okay? Here is your advice card. It is to see that the world, or I should say that fortune, has some good things in store for you, especially when it comes to working with others, working on a cool new project with others, or just collaborating with others, contributing what you have possibly to your chosen family, or to your business that you've started with somebody that you trust, or even maybe you're going into business just for yourself, but you are collaborating in a sense that you're getting deliveries from somebody, you are delivering stuff to somebody. There's some kind of work here that I feel like you take a great deal of pride in. And I should note that you are being rewarded with some cool new projects because you went through some real headaches to get there to begin with. This card is in your outcome position, and this suggests to me that you're going to be healing by taking on new projects. The universe is going to bless your healing process by bringing all kinds of good luck to you, bringing you all kinds of new things that you're going to be excited. The timing's going to be good. I can see that much. The timing's going to be good, and you're going to really enjoy working with these people. At least you're going to enjoy the work that you do alongside them if you don't love them to pieces, okay? So we've already talked about this, with this being in your environment card. You're a hard worker. There's something to be respected there. But here we go with the fives, right? That's in your outcome. And then we come here with the Hierophant, also a 5. There's something about this particular journey that you're supposed to take when it comes to self-doubt, listening to maybe too many other perspectives, and just giving you one headache, like one massive headache, because it's too many opinions. It's too many cooks spoiling the soup or the broth or whatever it is they say. Too many cooks in the kitchen. It needs to just be you and your guides, your ancestors, source, the universe. It needs to just be you and they for the time being. And then you can move into this space of working on cool new things with other people. Here's the other reason why I think you're kind of a cool person. In the hopes and fears position, you have justice, and she's upright. This is definitely describing a situation where if you've been through some stuff, that karma will take your side, and that's part of where this comes into. The universe is blessing you with all kinds of new opportunities. It sees that you've possibly gone through some real shit that other people did to you, and it's noticing, and it's bringing things together in such a way that it avenges you. And I'm wondering, I can definitely see that you're hoping that justice will see how hard you've been working and will reward you accordingly. But the flip side of that is, if anyone has bothered to prevent you from reaching your highest good, seen here with the Hierophant, seen here with the King of Swords upright, you will be avenged, and it will be exactly what this person deserves, or these people deserve, nothing more and nothing less. You can be assured of that. It might take years, it might take weeks or hours. It depends on what the universe has in store for these people who try to prevent you, or these situations that have held you back. Using people who just kind of went along with the flow, and the universe used them to put you through some trials so that you could become this King of Swords upright, so that you could become this intellectual who takes action, doesn't just think and sit around, also takes action. You needed to go through these trials in order to become this person, but rest assured, you will be avenged. If anyone attempted to harm you, even those attempts will not be looked on favorably by the universe. You will be blessed. All right, folks, that is enough. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care.